What's going on, world? What's going on? It's your main man, the author. Right back at that ass again. Here's another one. What? What's going on? I want to make this a brief video, man. I didn't even have any plans of making this video, but this came to mind, man. I was thinking about this too, man. Uh, sometimes I'll be doing my day to day, and a thought will run across my mind. And here's the thing. I think I saw. Matter of fact, yeah, I was watching this video, and this woman was talking about black woman was talking about this guy, and she says all he does is lie, and even though he makes videos talking against people, all he does is lie, and he lies. He said he was with one chick, and he wasn't, and she showed on the video about Texas that he sent to her, and she said that he was fake and all he did was lie about this, he lied about that. I guess her and this guy was in a relationship, right? Black woman talking about how much the black man is a liar, right? And I'm not saying a lot of black men out here aren't liars, right? But when she was talking and I watched the video, it kind of took me back, man. And it's like, of all the shows I've watched and all the interactions I've had with women, and especially black women, they love to talk about how men lie, right? How we're not truthful. How they always catch us in a lie. And why can't we be truthful? When are we going to be ready for a relationship? And all types of shit, right? And then it dawned on me. I thought about it. Well, who are the biggest liars? Are the biggest liars men? Or are the biggest liars women? And I just sat down and I said, well, let me analyze this whole thing. So, and I'll talk based on personal experience, friendships I've had, stories I've been told, and let's just analyze it from a perspective. Now, on the surface, I grew up hearing about how much men lie, right? So on the surface, I used to believe that as a boy, you know, uh, the major person who provided for me was a woman. So I had no other choice but to think like a woman. And even though I had my grandfather in the home, and that helped, uh, he made it clear that it was just, me and my mother. We lived upstairs. They lived downstairs. It was a divide. So the person I talked to the most was my mother. So you tend to think a bit like a woman. He kind of balanced it out, but I never really talked with him about deeper issues. He was too broken, right? So, yeah, I used to take everything at face value. Yeah, men are liars. And a lot of times, too, when females are saying that and you're a boy, they don't know how they're breaking that boy, because if I'm already hearing about how men are liars, I'm a boy, I'm supposed to grow up to be a man, what am I going to think? Maybe I'm supposed to be a liar, right? They don't think about shit like that. But anyway, at 40, I'm going to analyze this shit. So here's the thing. Okay, so I'll use some of my own personal experiences. The only time I've lied in a lot of cases, and this is what I've gotten from a lot of my male friends, is because, especially when I lied in relationships, it was to protect the female. Okay, so when I lie, because a lot of females don't even want to hear the truth. They say they do, but they don't, because they'll give you a lot of flack if you tell them the truth. So if I did have a female on the side, which is more natural for men since we don't have to bear the child, this goes back to ancient days. All men had more than one woman, especially powerful men. All right. And it seems like a lot of females talk against polygamy, or when a man has multiple women, but they all gravitate towards men who have more women. Most of them gravitate towards powerful men. The most powerful men in our society have the most women. You know, your Donald Trumps, all your most powerful, all those famous men have the most women. The rest of us have to try to get what we can get, right? Now, they don't mind being dogged out. They know a lot of times powerful men have women on the side, but they are proud to be another woman, an extra woman, when they're with a powerful man in a lot of cases, right? But for men who aren't as powerful, not a powerful man, right, at this point in terms of finances and things of that nature, I feel in terms of self-esteem, yeah, but we're talking about power in terms of financial backing, right? Not a powerful man, right? So having a woman on the side is not how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. So if I did have a woman on the side, I would say that I didn't. So I lied to protect myself, to keep my relationship going, and I lied to the female so she wouldn't be angry. Because if you let her know, in a lot of cases she'll be angry because that female wants to be the only one in your life if she really cares about you, right? So my point is, a lot of men lie to keep from getting in trouble. You'll lie if you break the law. You'll lie to try to keep from going to prison. A lot of men have to. You'll lie to get out of a speeding ticket. So a lot of men lie to what? Save money. They lie for their freedom, and they might lie to protect their lives. That's usually why most men lie. They'll lie to protect their freedom. They'll lie to save money. They'll lie to spare their lives, or they'll lie to save their relationship if they really care about that woman. Sometimes they'll have a woman on the side that they don't exactly care about. So to save their relationship, they'll lie to the woman that they care more about, even if they don't quite love them, right? But for the most part, that's pretty much it. We'll tell you straight up everything else. Everyone, and let's make it clear, all human beings lie. But that's the male side of the fence. Now let's look at the female side of the fence. Okay, first things first. Eyelash extensions. Female, you're a liar. Your eyelashes aren't that long, so you're lying from the gate. Okay. Now, and especially if we look at black females, hair weave. You're a liar. Your hair isn't that long. Not even close, right? Sometimes it's so long it looks ridiculous. Doesn't even fit your head, right? Another lie. Okay. Makeup. You're a liar. Sometimes you wear 3 and 4 layers of makeup. It's a mask now. If it's a touch up here, a mascara, a touch up there, from what I saw, my girlfriend's okay. I got it to touch up a blemish or two, right? But big layers, that's a mask. You're a liar. Okay. 4, high heels. You're not that tall. You're a liar. You lied again. You're a fucking liar, right? Butt pads. Your butt isn't that big. You're a liar, okay? A lot of times, too, with the tight jeans. You wear them real tight to enhance your body. But I'll give you that. Okay, wear the tight jeans. I'll give you that. Breast implants, you're a liar, right? Should I keep going, man? I mean, that's just your physical. And some of them wear those cups too, where it looks like the puss is real cute. Looks like the pussy just has the one little slit down the middle. A lot of times they're wearing cups, and then they'll wear the tights over that cup. Pussy's not shaped like that. Pussy just lips is all beat up. But they try to make it look nice and tight, like a nice little muff. You'll see guys be looking through they'll show on Facebook when the females, sometimes they'll be working out and they'll have those fuck me pants or those tight pants that fit the female's curve, make their butt look very adorable, even if it's fat. It'll just show the butt portion, like the tight pants, and it'll show the little muff in the middle. A lot of times they're wearing a cup. They should even show the cup. You're a liar, right? And now you're a liar already. We pick out 8 or 9 lies, right? And we haven't even started with all the other lies you tell. Now let's further analyze this. A lot of men will lie to either save their life or save finances or save their relationship, right? Females will lie, man, just to save face. They'll lie just to make themselves look better than another female. They'll lie and say they went somewhere when they don't. Look at all the Facebook too. The filters. They'll filter out their face to look like somebody else. You meet her, you don't even. It's a totally different chick, right? That's why a lot of times too with the dating game. When I get more serious in the dating game, if I can't FaceTime a female, we're not gonna meet. Because I may not look, just looking at your photo, I don't know what you look like. It's probably a lie. All the filters. Then I meet you and then there's more makeup. So I meet you in person, I still don't totally, if we Skype, I still don't totally know what you look like. Even in public, I still don't totally know what you look like. You may not totally know what she looks like until that first time she wakes up, or until you get comfortable enough with her when you'll wake up and she won't have the makeup on when she thinks she has you. Or that first night when you just fuck the makeup off and then you actually see what she really looks like. So these are a bunch of lies. The physical, those are a bunch of lies before you even start talking. Now females lie about their relationships. They'll lie about their age. They'll lie about their job. They'll lie about how many people they've slept with. Now, sometimes guys will do that, but for the most part, we know we tend to sleep with more partners, so it's not even as big a deal. They'll lie about the cars that they have. They'll lie about not doing sexual acts that they have done. Females lie about every fucking thing. And here's the thing, and they talk about wanting a truthful man, wanting a man to tell the truth. But a lot of times too, they end up with the biggest liars because females they're walking lies in most cases. And that's females of all races, but especially if you go down that totem pole and go to the black female, I mean, holy dog shit. Woo! Lies from the north, from the south, to the east, to the west. Some of them have had orgies. They're not going to tell you. They're going to go off what you think or what you said. Almost every female will tell me how, they want a serious relationship. They don't want to play games. They don't do this. They don't do that. They're professional women. All types of bullshit. Then you meet them. Some guy got a tape of them doing all types of shit. And some of it, the internet is exposing a lot of it. Some of them that had 3 or 4 dudes run through it. And they're the same ones who, if you approach in the street, they'll say, "Excuse me," and give you that uppity attitude. I just ignore that shit now. I got to the point, too, I don't believe much of what any woman says, man. And none of you guys should either, man. I've caught females in my family in great big lies. And you probably have, too. I don't believe nothing most females say. I don't believe. If I don't have some type of evidence to back it up, because they lie way too much. They'll lie about trivial shit. That's why a lot of times, a lot of the ones be fighting each other they fight each other like that in schools and try to beat each other's asses because they know how deceptive they are, right? They'll lie about casual shit. They'll just lie drop of a hat just so they won't look bad. Because you got to figure too, if their self-esteem is lower on average, you have to lie more to cover up your faults, right? It's sad, man. So to answer your question, who are the biggest liars, men or women? Women are clearly the biggest liars, bro. By a long ways. And they lie so much they can make it sound like the truth when they know it's bullshit. That's scary. They can lie to you with a straight face. They can lie to you. Why have I crying? I, I, I can't believe he cheated on me and he's treating me so bad. I can't believe. A lot of times you see him on these shows, right? Making those faces and shit. No tears, right? No fucking. I can't. Even with the Cosby accusations, I can't tell you how many times I've seen females on TV fake crying where they have the face and be sniveling and all that shit. No fucking tears. Zero. Because you know why? Because it's easy to do that, but it's to make the face, but it's much harder to cry, especially on cue. I think this one actress back in the day. I think her name was Bea Richards or something like that. She was talking about how hard it was, but she used to be able to do it. She could fake it where she could cry on cue, but that's very difficult. So that's why you got so many females out here when they go ahead and make that face. A lot of times they can't make a tear fall because they're just bullshitting. About 99% of the females I see that make that face, they don't have any tears rolling down. Most men, when you see a man break down, I saw this brother break down in court. He said he signed. He didn't. Him and his female were in paternity court, and he didn't believe he was the father, but he signed the birth certificate anyway because he said it reflected on when he was a kid. Okay, and he didn't have a father. And he broke down and cried. He said that's the only reason why he did it. And he cried. His head went down. Tears were flowing. He was hurt. But when females cry, that shit is fake in most cases. It's a damn shame. But to answer your question, man, do who lies more? I definitely feel it is females, man. By a long shot. Females lie all the time, bro. And they lie so much they make their lies sound believable because if you keep doing something for a long period of time, that's why they lie much better than us because they lie so much, they have so much practice to where the lies sound believable and guys won't bother to check and to see if it's a lie. We should. We should check on everything females say. And then when a guy finally, if he's lucky enough to find out that it is a lie, because most of us are raised to believe that females are perfect, right? Sugar and spice and everything nice, so that we don't check on their stories when we should, right? So when guys do find out that it's a lie, like maybe they've been taking care of a kid for 18 years and it's not their kid, when they do find out it's a lie, they go ape shit, right? And they'll kill the female because it's like, yo, man, I thought for all these years you were X, Y, Z, and you're not. So, or either a man will find out the truth and he'll turn the hatred inward on himself, or he'll lash out because it's like, whoa, that was a big fucking lie. And something big happens, you know. But we're taught to believe their shit, and then the way that they lie, it's like, oh, okay. I've heard a lot of females that sound very believable, and they were full of shit, but they sound so believable. Like, what? Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. She said that. Big fucking lie. Big lie. So no one's gonna convince me that females aren't bigger liars than men, man. Men have a long way to go to catch up to females in terms of telling lies. And especially black men. Black man, you should check everything out that your wife or girlfriend or auntie or mother is telling you, man. Because basically half of that shit is probably a lie. That's why this brother told me too, man. Uh, when I was young, when I was a young sailor in the Navy, man, he was he was an E5, and he was the guy I reported to. We called him Debo, man. big brother, man. We called him Debo because he was about the size of my man on Friday. And I remember, I never forget it, man. We were having some type of conversation, man. I think I was probably about, I might have been about 20, 21 years old, man. He was in his 30s, man. He was like, look, man. He said every young boy should talk to his father, man. He said every young boy, because I think I was told, we probably was talking about, uh, growing up in a single parent family and, always believing, talking about your mother. I think we probably were trashing the men. And he was like, look, man, he said I think he had been in the Navy for about 15 years. He was waiting for his window to open up. He said every young man should talk to his father, man, because he said, and I saw a picture of this brother. He still looks the same today, 20 years later. He said, because here's the thing, man. He said there's always two sides of the story, and a lot of these young boys who are growing up with these mothers, they've only heard one side. He says two sides to every story. He said that most of these mothers are not telling these young boys the truth. And for some reason, man, way before I started really thinking about this gender war and things like that, way before it ever started, or I mean, well, it was declared on black men in the early 90s. You OGs know that. But before I really started to think about that shit, I was in my like late teen. I probably like maybe 2021. For some reason, that always stuck with me, man. And that always stuck with me. He was like, every man should talk to his father, no matter what you think about him. You should talk to him. Because there's two sides of every story. And I think that goes into what this topic was. Because women are really big liars, bro. I mean, think about it. How many females have you had? Plenty of brothers out here, right? How many females have you had tell you about a past relationship where they were at fault? And it ended because they fucked up. Because I've heard plenty of stories. Think about it. Because I've heard plenty of stories about females being with men in past relationships. It was always the man's fault, 100%. He was doing what? In most cases, if a female tells you about her past relationship, especially a black female, if she tells you about her past relationship, she's going to say what? She left him because what? He was cheating on her, right? That's usually the narrative, right? That he was cheating. But in a lot of cases, that can't be the story. That can't be the same in every case. It can't, that's mathematically impossible. I don't think I've ever, and that's the first thing. And about 99, almost 100% of the stories I've had, a female, if you talk to her, like, yeah, she'll tell you about her ex or what happened, if he's her ex, and she'll say he cheated on her. That's why, and he was lying, right? I never heard a female say, well, yeah, it was my fault. I was cheating on him. I was sucking two dicks at the same time. I got double penetrated. One was hitting me in the pussy, and one was fucking me in my ass. I was just wilding out. I fucked up in that one. Now, the one before that, he was cheating, but I fucked up on the other two. I love double penetration. I had two dudes on me at the same time. What can I say? I've never heard that, but females out there are doing that, right? I mean, now with the internet, you can see it easy. A lot of black females I've seen with two dudes. What do you think they're telling dudes? Dudes that don't know that they did that, or saw her on the porn, but she's not famous like that. What is she telling her next boyfriend? That she wants a truthful man, right? that she don't do this, she don't do that, right? What you think about that? All you brothers who may have, and at one point or another, you go to Pornhub, you go somewhere, you see a lot of not anonymous videos, right? some of these, a lot of black females I've seen, it's not a real professional porn, meaning they're not working for a company. It's just some shit recorded from a phone, right? You go to Pornhub, you go to X videos and watch that shit. That they are not Wesley Pipes, right? You know, they're not Pinky. These females, right? They're not professionals. That's just shit recorded from a phone from somebody's bed, and you will see two dudes wearing that ass out. What is that female telling the guy that she's with, or the guy that she's currently? If she's probably with the guy, boyfriend don't even know she doing that shit, right? Or a lot of times too, what is she telling to do the next relationship, or what is she telling her boyfriend that she goes to after she gets done with those guys? Because guys have to face the facts. A lot of the females that you're approaching out here, they all aren't nice and sugar and spice. A lot of them are hoes that are liars. So when you put all these females on a pedestal and shit like that, you gotta really think who you talking to. Make her prove that she's not like that. Because somebody's in these videos. These females is in these videos getting fucked all over the internet. Sometimes 2 and 3 dudes tagging a pussy. They the same females walking out here working in Wendy's. The same ones working in corporate America. The same ones working in some admin office for some company. The same one at the bus stop. The same one passing you in the street. Those are them. Right? So when you approach a female, and sometimes too, if a female turns you down, when you approach her, a lot of times she was doing you a fucking favor. Because you'd have probably had to kill that bitch. Some guys take it hard. Damn, she told me no. She might have been doing you a favor. You don't want every female you approach to tell you yeah. Because a lot of times we don't know who we're approaching. I never saw that chick before. I don't know shit about that chick. She could have been the one I saw in the porn, right? And could have told you no, because she already got 2 dudes. If you see a chick at a bar, she might have had 2 dudes just gang banging, and she got a man at home. So she got too much going on. So she can't handle a 4th dick right now. That's the truth, B. And that's for all races, but especially so-called African American, right? So who are the biggest liars, men or women? Women. Know that, brothers. I'm going to make another video called Guys Who Just Look at Females as Pussy are at a great disadvantage, man. We are at a great disadvantage. When you go out and say, yeah, let's get some pussy, making it seem like, you know, it's just that easy type of thing, you are putting yourself at a great disadvantage, man. Because you have to look at this shit like chess. Because a lot of them females, I'm going to do a video on that shit. And it's kind of based on a book I've read by this guy called I forget. I think it was called something about the anatomy of. It was a book I read about 3 years ago. I made a video on it. One of my first videos when I first got on YouTube was an analyzation of this book, Anatomy of Power or something like that. I think it was called. And that's what I named the video. But yeah, man, brothers need to really think when you approach these chicks. Don't think of them as just some pussy. You better recognize the mindset and the evil behind those eyes, the treachery behind those eyes. Y'all better look at this shit more seriously. And that's with myself included. But be sure to like, subscribe, share. Appreciate all the love and the comments and the feedback. If there's a video you want me to touch on, let me know. And y'all be safe out there for the New Year's holiday. And I'll catch you.